and I'm going to do it. Could there have been a more glorious day? It is special for us. I'd like to have Alexa come up and stand next to me. This is a special walk today. And I'm going to go over instructions early because we have a nice group, and this walk is probably going to be a little bit more than 3 miles, a little bit more than 90 minutes. And I want to do a special shout out and welcome to the many of you that are here for the first time. I see you, young man. Some others, if you're here for the first time, could you please raise your hand? Oh, great. Wow, we got a lot of first timers. Welcome. I hope that our regulars give the first timers a big warm welcome. And also wanted to introduce to you a colleague in crime, David Asher from EverWalk, New Jersey. He was the first EverWalk ambassador there ever was. So he's joining us today. We have EverWalk royalty with us. And actually, David is doing a walk tomorrow at Liberty State Park, which is in New Jersey, down in the southern part. It's about 7 miles, but it goes around, so if you want to do less, you can pull out. Just go to meetup.com, EverWalk NJ, EverWalk New Jersey, and there's a bunch of people going, and if you can get yourself to Jersey, he's the one to go with. And
it's pretty close to Exchange Place.
To Exchange Place, okay. And sorry, I just got to get myself untangled here. I also just wanted to give a little information about the walk, and then I want to introduce to you Alexa and tell you a little bit more about her. So today's walk is going to be to the North Woods, and I just want to ask if anyone has not been to the North Woods and if this is your first time coming with us. Okay. So interestingly, the North Woods was designed after the Catskills and the Adirondacks. Now, we don't have those mountains, but Central Park was considered the park for the poor people who couldn't get out of the city to enjoy the Catskills or the Adirondacks and other places. So you'll see we have these, they're not waterfalls, they're cascades, and there's rocks and like that. But basically what we're going to do is walk on the bridle path, and for those of you that don't know, there used to be a horse stable in Central Park, and the horses, when I was a kid, you'd have to get out of the way because the horses would come down here, and they had riding classes in schools and stuff. So that's the reservoir track, this is the bridle path, and that's the drive. We're going to walk north uptown on the bridle path. We're going to head towards the drive and make a really sharp left. We're going to make a stop at the North Meadow bathrooms, hopefully just 10 minutes, no longer. And then from there, we're going to head further west into the North Woods. Now, because it's going to be a little bit over 3 miles, a little more than 90 minutes, we will have a stop at about 1.5 miles by an area that's called the Pool, which is really a pond. It's just beautiful. For anyone that doesn't want to do the full walk, if you think you want to just take a rest break there, you're doing an out and back. So we're going to go into the North Woods, come back and get you, and then return here. All walks Saturdays, 10 a.m., start and finish right here. So is there anyone that wants to do just about a 2-mile walk and not a 3-mile walk? Okay, looks like everybody's coming. Okay, so the way it works when we're walking is I'm the lead because I know where I'm going, and we always have a sweep or two. And the sweep is the person who, or people who are at the very end of the walk. So I need to always be able to turn around, see my sweeps, who should be waving to me. And if they don't wave and I can't see them, then I have to stop and wait to see them, because you guys should be between me and them. So the woman with the pink visor is one of our sweeps, and the woman with the orange visor is our next sweep. So I need to see pink and orange, and they need to wave to me, and then I know everybody else is sort of in between. Okay, so before we get into our dedication walk today, does anybody have any questions about the walk, dedication talk? Does anybody have any questions about the walk that I can help with? Okay, if Joe is here, and I see Joe, she's going to give us a count. We've been averaging about 40-ish people-ish, and people meet us on the way. So we do a count here, and then we do a count at the bathrooms. And if there's anybody that needs an accommodation, there should not be any steps unless we get lost. Just a few rolling hills, but nothing to write home about. Just let me know, and we'll try and figure it out. Okay, so we got to get to it. This here is Alexa. And I named this walk today Alexa's Next Chapter Walk because as I got to know Alexa, this is the most interesting story, and if you know me, I love New York City stories. This is a New York City story. So I have permission to say all these things. Alexa was from Minneapolis. She lost her job due to COVID about a year ago. And it had been her dream for like 15 years to come to New York City and like make a life here. And so she packs up her stuff after her lease is ended in Minneapolis, gets in a U-Haul with her sister, leaves her beloved cats behind, and heads to New York. And she gets here and things are not good. She doesn't have a job. She doesn't have a nice place to live, so she takes up jobs part-time as a house sitter and a pet sitter and is living in Airbnbs, and you know, pets attack her, houses are dirty, she got locked out, and like terrible, terrible things. And after a while, so that was in April, and she joined us the very first Saturday after she arrived. She came, and how I met her was I asked for a sweep, and Alexa raised her hand, and then the next week she raised her hand, and then the next week she raised her hand. She kept raising her hand. And she also had this really cool mask. It was of foxes. And you know, we were wearing masks when we were walking then, so you can't tell who's who, but she had this foxy mask, which she has right now, and that's how I would know her. And we also did a member profile. I do a little video on members, and she had some lovely things to say. But so the reason why I wanted to name the walk and dedicate this to Alexa for New York City Story is because I think what happened to Alexa, and I'll finish like where she is now, really embodies what EverWalk is about. You know, our founder is Diana Nyad, and she has two mottos. One is never give up, and then the other is find a way. And that's really what happened with Alexa. 70 applications, 70 job applications later, she has a job, and she also signed a lease. And so she's got a job and apartment, and here she is in New York City. And you know, EverWalk is about not just walking, it's about community and friendship and lifting each other up to be our best selves. So for all of you who are struggling, if you're just like trying to get through this, this has been a tough, tough time for us. And you know, we do have some role models, and it's about like how much will you do to try and maintain your dream, get your dream, and please don't give up and take care of yourselves and all good things. So this walk is dedicated to Alexa, and I'm going to let her say a few words.
Okay. Sorry. Oh, I had to press the on button. Well, I didn't know I was going to be saying anything, so I don't have anything quite prepared, but I just do want to say thank you so much for each and every one of you, the way that you show up every weekend and are there to enjoy the outside and be there for each other. I will just say that that really was a lifeline for me the last number of months, and I really just can't thank you enough. I've met great friends here too, so I hope that you're doing exactly what I'm doing, is following your dreams.
Okay, I have one more thing and then we take off. So, like the good walk leader that I am, right, David? We have a little gift for Alexa. For when her light fare, because Alexa comes with this heavy thing. So when she needs her light fare, she has her EverWalk backpack.
I returned to Sander today to Home Depot. I returned to Sander today to Home Depot, so it was in my backpack. This is not there anymore. But this will be nice for the lighter days, yeah.
All right, everybody, we're taking off. Thank you so much.